It is. It is 12:30, and that was Silverhead featuring Michael DeBars on guitars. Hello New York. That was an album called 16 and Savaged that was released around 1972. Before that was The Damned, Neat, and we had Todd Rundgren. Could I just tell you or something? What's it called? Couldn't just tell you. That's it. Before that was Wishbone Ash, Blowing Free was the name of that track. And we started off with Roxy Music, Pachamama. We have some guests in the studio, Hollywood Vampires. Four parts? 3 parts.
4 parts. I can't count. 4 parts. We have Bruce Whitkin.
Yeah.
Keyboards and guitar.
Yeah.
Robert DeLeo, bass, guitar, and backing vocals.
Yeah.
My name's Matt Sorum, drums and backing vocals, and an occasional lead vocal when the band puts me up to it.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Depp, guitar and vocals and a slide occasionally.
Yeah.
and we have a horn section, but they're not here. That's Joe Perry.
Yeah.
He plays guitar. And Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
And Tommy Hendrickson.
Yeah, we got Tommy Hendrickson, too.
Who's that?
He plays
Is
with
he
Cooper.
related to Jimi Hendrickson?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
He plays with Cooper.
We got a bunch of dudes in the band.
So is it interchangeable?
Not yet.
You want to come along?
I think you've got enough guitar players. Is there like 4 guitar players?
We're trying to take it past Skinner and all that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Blue Oyster Cult.
18 guitars, half a bass.
Didn't
Blue
they?
Oyster Cult did 5 guitars.
They did, right?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. That's going to be tough to beat.
Big Bottom was all bass. Remember? That was like 4 or 5 bass players.
And a cowbell.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you think they made any money, Blue Oyster Cult, going on the road with 5 guitarists? Did they really have 5?
They did one song at the end of the set. Remember? They'd all get up and play guitar. I can't remember the name of the tune. That'd be a trivia question for somebody out there.
Some nerd are calling
But these two guys, Johnny Depp,
yeah,
and Bruce Whitkin,
they're old mates, aren't
they go way back.
Yeah, we started playing together. I joined his band when I was 17.
Yeah.
In Canada?
In
What?
it would have been great if we were Canadian.
Yes.
I still pine over the fact that I'm not, but
You just went there to do 21 Jump Street.
Drunk Street, yes. 17 Drunk Avenue.
Yeah.
Aiken Grove.
Yes.
I was up there working, but that was later. Yeah, Bruce and I were playing together. Yeah,
Florida.
17, 18 in Florida.
Florida.
Most violent place on earth.
Gainesville.
We played there too.
Yeah.
We opened for Iggy in Gainesville twice.
Did you?
Yeah.
What, when you were 17?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We did 2 shows with him, and then, obviously we all had great admiration for him, and I wanted to meet him and stuff, and I didn't want to meet him under the sort of circumstances of like, I am a great fan of your record.
Yeah.
So I got horrifically kind of sideways and drank a lot, and then I just started screaming obscenities at him after the show. He was walking around for some reason with a beagle on a leash.
It was the bass player's dog, yeah.
Yeah, it was the weirdest part of
Beagle on a leash.
It was the weirdest part of the night. It was the weirdest visual.
The bass player was making out with the dog the whole time.
There you go.
Yeah.
So then I just screamed these obscenities at Iggy, and he came I got his attention, and he came over to me. He was about 1/8 of an inch from my face, and he just went, "You little turd." And then he walked away, and I was satisfied,
That's awesome. Turd.
You little turd.
That's crazy.
I think we have the name for the new record, though. Beagle on a Leash.
Beagle on a leash.
Or you little turd.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Beagle's little turd on a leash.
You felt satisfied after being called a little turd by Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't?
I did.
Who wouldn't?
This is prior to anyone knowing who you was, right? Did you?
Oh, this is way before any.
You were just a little turd, basically.
I was basically a little turd who had a guitar.
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be a good idea to sort of, because the story's been out there a little bit, but these two, Bruce and Johnny, came from Florida. What year? To Hollywood.
We moved out here in 84. 84 it was.
And what kind of car was that you drove in?
It was like an Impala or something. Some 74 Impala with a U-Haul in the back. We sold everything we had to come out to L.A. to try and get it going, and I had this really sick feeling when we got here because the #1 record in the world was Quiet Riot at the time.
Right.
And I had a sick feeling that we were about a year too late.
What was you guys like then?
We were just a power pop band, really, a 4-piece. We played in, we got to open up a lot of shows in Florida because I think it was in Miami, Hollandale. I think we kind of set ourselves apart because we didn't, a lot of cover bands there, but we would do an originals and then we would do covers, but not stuff on the radio. We would just do obscure stuff.
Yeah.
So when the scene sort of changed down there, we were getting a lot of opening slots for the Pretenders, Iggy. I think we opened up for, obviously,
Ramones.
We were getting a lot of great shows there, but Miami was like a pit, man. No industry would come down there. They thought it was old folks and disco and Latin music.
Yeah.
So we came out here in 84, and it was kind of culture shock to us because we were making money in Florida, but
We came out here and sold ink pens over the telephone.
Exactly.
Oh, what they call that? Telemarketing.
Oh,
Yeah, we did that for a minute.
What's that other stuff that everyone still does? Toner.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big one, right?
What's that?
But
What is it?
it's the toner for ink, like for
Cartridges.
for printers.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Is that a hustle or is that real?
No, I think it's real. I knew a bunch of guys that did it. Yeah.
You don't still do that, do you?
No, I didn't do it. I just knew guys that did.
Now, you from Gainesville?
No, we were basically in South Florida, Hollywood, Hollandale.
That's where you grew up?
Well, I was born in New York, but we met in basically Hollywood, Florida. We were playing. I had a band there. I was playing all the time, and he wanted to join our band, and eventually he did. It's a long story, but he was our lighting man for 1 week. He ran lights for us.
What was the name of your band?
We were called The Kids.
The Kids.
You were the lighting man, Johnny.
Yes.
For a week, so I could learn the songs until the guitar player came up to me in the dressing room and said, "Are you going to be ready?" I said, "Yeah."
We thought we were real sly. Yeah.
The roadie goes into the band. You've heard those stories.
That happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. All of a sudden, the roadie's the guitar player. So you were a roadie initially.
Do you think some roadies are waiting for that chance?
Yeah.
You know what
I
I mean?
think some roadies are probably trying to make that chance happen.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Arsenic or something.
Dropping something on the guitar with his fingers.
Yeah.
Right.
Oops, he fell.
Oh, never mind, but I could fill in.
Waiting in the wings, yep.
So that's bizarre, the Kids.
Yeah, and Johnny and I stayed close ever since. We're still good friends with the other two guys in the band. I mean, we did
one of the other guys played that Marilyn Manson gig we did for
Joe.
Stella McCartney, right?
Joe,
He's from your band.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're all together then? Why don't you guys do some gigs as well as the...
We've talked about it. We'll see.
What would we call ourselves now?
The older
kids.
Older kids.
Yeah.
You guys get open.
curmudgeons.
You guys get open for the vampires and
There you
double
go.
dip a little bit.
Older kids on the block.
There you go.
Old kids on the block.
We got it.
Wow. Can we do anything with menudo?
Yes.
No actual stomach, like tripe for a video or something.
Oh man! So you guys going to do some gigs?
We're going on the road. We're starting in Pennsylvania on Thursday or Friday, right? Friday night.
Is this with Joe and Alice Cooper?
Joe Perry
Tommy.
and Alice Cooper are in the group.
Tommy.
And this bunch.
Yes.
Bunch, yes.
The Hollywood Vampires. They're not here because they're Hollywood Vampires officially.
They're in bed right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So Alice is actually somewhere in Europe.
Touring,
And then Joe, I don't know where Joe is, but we're here. And Robert DeLeo on bass.
So you've been rehearsing then?
We played Europe. We just got back.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did 6 shows. We played in We did Rock in Rio in Lisbon, Portugal.
How was that?
Amazing.
Great.
It's kind of like, so Johnny, you know, I go, hey, we're gonna be opening the show with like 65,000 people. What do you think about that? He's like, oh, it's not as big as that last gig we did, 100,000 people. It's like our first gig with the Vampires. We played Rock in Rio, Brazil
Last year, yeah.
and it was 100,000 people. We're like, oh, a nice warm up gig, you know.
In Rio?
Yeah.
It was one of those moments where we did our sound check the day before, and I was fine. I mean, I certainly had a pretty good view of how large the area was where the crowd would be, so I had some sneaking suspicion it would get ugly at some point. And the stage was
Massive,
huge.
right? Yeah.
And then, but when I heard Joe and Alice talking, like just off the side, saying, "This might be the biggest stage I've ever played on," that sort of sent me spinning.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Why are you on stage with these people? You're Ed Wood. you're Edward Scissorhands. Just walk off now. Just leave now. I'm over that now.
Yeah, good.
You'll always be Johnny to me.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Then I'll never change my name.
Yeah, I remember when you came back, you looked at me, you stood in front of the riser and you went, holy shit. Right, and I went, yeah, man, another day at the office. You know, it's like, so we've been playing these amazing shows. You know, we went over and did Lisbon, Portugal, and that was like 65,000 people, and they were just into it, and we headlined the gig, and then we went up to Germany and Stockholm, and we played this crazy place in Denmark called the Prison.
Horsens
Prison. It was an old prison, and they had made it into a gig. And it was...
Was it weird?
It was perfect for the Hollywood Vampires.
Yeah,
Filthy?
Filthy.
Yeah, filthy.
the dressing rooms were still, cells, jail cells.
Yeah.
And then we ended up down in Bucharest, Romania.
Sounds depressing, yeah.
Have you ever been to Bucharest? You ever been there?
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, Bucharest, Pennsylvania.
And we went there, and then we...
Amish country.
Yeah, we're down there. We're like, okay, what are we going to do in Bucharest, Romania? We had 2-3 days off there.
no.
Like,
Way too long.
wait,
4 days
some
off.
manager must have booked this. You know, it's a good deal on rooms or something. So we're in Bucharest. So we all tool up to Transylvania. We go to visit Dracula's castle.
Yeah.
So it really is a castle there?
Yeah.
It's a real one.
And look, Johnny Depp always gets sort of like, hey, it's Johnny Depp and everything, but I looked over at Alice Cooper and I went, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at Dracula's castle with Alice Cooper. And then his buddy Tim Burton shows up.
There. Yeah.
Tim Burton, I'm like, wait, this is really weird now. This is getting weirder by the minute.
It was pretty strange to be at Dracula's castle with Tim.
Yeah, absolutely.
So cool.
That's his dream. Like.
Absolutely, right? I think he's still there.
Is Dracula still in there?
We couldn't find him. It was daytime.
There's a guy that does the bit. He dresses up like
I got a picture of him.
Vlad the Impaler.
I still got a picture of him.
Like Hollywood Boulevard, but there, outside the castle.
I said to Alice, I said, he's got like Groucho's, he's got the Groucho mustache. And Alice goes, it's Frank Zappa.
Can you imagine this guy's getting like, whatever, 15 Romanian bucks an hour or whatever to come out there, and he tools out to do his bit, and there's Johnny and Tim Burton standing in front of him. He's like, okay, now's my chance. I'm Vlad the Impaler, It's like...
What was it? Like a stand-up Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Jokes.
Yeah, bad jokes, too.
Let's play some music, yeah? Got the Hollywood Vampires in the studio. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. We're going to play The Faces, a track called Too Bad.